Oh, hey, you finally made it. Sorry about the location, by the way. I know it's kind of... Ugh. What I meant to say was, sorry it's so remote. I know it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I appreciate you meeting me here. Still getting used to having a voice and stuff, you're gonna have to bear with me. Anyway, if you follow me upstairs, I can explain what's going on here. Okay, so this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but everything that went down here is all because we were trying to make a video covering this YouTube feature called Playables. But before we watch it, there's just a few things I wanted to let you know. First and foremost, we did not cover all the YouTube Playables in this video. Back in March, which is when this entire video basically takes place, except for now, I guess, we thought YouTube Playables was gonna be leaving, at all, and I guess it didn't, and it's still a feature that's up right now. So yeah, this video doesn't contain all of them, and we're not making a follow-up video. So without further ado, here's the actual real video, because this was kind of just written into the script to be like a little fourth wall breaking editor's note that takes place after everything went down. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at what happened back in March. Hey, are you done with that intro script yet? Okay, how about now? Okay, how about now? Oh, okay, sick. Are we rolling? Oh. Back in November of 2023, YouTube started testing out this new experimental feature called Playables, which was made up of about 30-ish junky mobile games that basically just felt like a worse version of cool math games built straight into the YouTube platform. Also, back in November of 2023, I was lucky enough to be randomly selected to try out this new feature, and seeing as the name of the channel is Paxen Plays Games, I thought it would be fun to play some of these games here on the channel, so I actually started working on this video back then. Unfortunately though, I got kind of busy with a lot of other projects and didn't really like where I was at with the video, so I kind of shelved the idea but then would revisit it every now and then. It's now around the end of March 2024, and there's like 70 of these things now. So I've made a clone of myself that's better at editing, script writing, and basically everything else so that it can help me get this video done. Do you wanna say something to the people at home? The heck? Dude, you need to stop listening to that stupid pufferfish. Okay, anyway, here's how we're gonna be doing this video. We'll be checking out all of the currently available playables to see if they're any good. And to help us get through all 70, we're gonna be checking out about 5 games at a time and then doing a lightning round where we blaze through like a whole bunch of games at once. We'll also be scoring every single game, but kind of arbitrarily, just based on like vibe or like, I don't know, whatever other random reasons I can think of. Maybe get some water and a blanket or something, because we're about to play 70 YouTube playables. Without further ado, here's our first game, 8-Ball Billiards Classic, which to my surprise had 0 in-game music despite having probably the loudest, obnoxious pool ball sounds I've ever heard. And before anyone asks, yes, I did go into the game settings to check if there's a volume slider, which there was not, and even turn it down a little using this Chrome extension. But yeah, this is literally just 8-Ball, like you could play on Game Pigeon or like, I don't know, like a bar or something. I set the CPU level to 2, assuming that this was going to be a pretty easy game, considering I'm pretty decent at pool. Not the best, but like probably more than a level 2 intelligence CPU. Or so I thought, because yeah, I lost somehow. So if it gets the 8-Ball in here, it wins, because that's how this game works. Which it did. Okay, cool. Even on level 2 intelligence, I'm losing. Gameplay wise, it's just pool. There's not really much to say. I think overall though, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10 just because it does work. I mean, it's a functioning game. Moving on to the next game, which is... Oh wait, it's Angry Birds. Oh, there's music. Is this just literally Angry Birds? Because this is gonna get a pretty high score if this is just Angry Birds. And Angry Birds it was. Oh my gosh, wait, it's literally just Angry Birds, is what I initially thought at first. Apparently this is not just Angry Birds, this is Angry Birds Showdown. Now the difference between the regular Angry Birds, which you're probably familiar with, and Angry Birds Showdown, which is the built-in playable, I guess, is that it's a 1v1. So there's a red team and a blue team, and I guess I was playing as the blue team today, and my goal was to knock over all of the pigs that had red hats on them, without knocking over the pigs that had blue hats on them, obviously. I got paired up against this player person. I'm just convinced it was a robot and not an actual human being. Who is Gigi? Is that because it's gonna be over like good game GG? Gigi, if you are a real person and not some kind of AI, good game, I guess. But yeah, overall, I'd say I was definitely pleasantly surprised to find a childhood classic of Angry Birds here on YouTube.com. Was this game good enough to fulfill the hole in my heart for original Angry Birds? I mean, probably not. No, not really. Was it fun to play a version of Angry Birds? Yeah, I'd say so. We're gonna go ahead and give this one an 8 out of 10, just because I like Angry Birds. Hen-yawing our way to the next game. We have Basketball FR VR. This is for real virtual reality right here. Except, that's a complete lie, because there is no virtual reality at all to be had in this game. There is none. There's literally none. The only real gameplay that you have is hoping that your score is high enough that you can afford to buy another one of the skins for the basketball, and that's basically it. 1 out of 10. Please just put the next game on screen, please. Oh, what is this? This is Brain Out, which is one of those puzzle games that thinks that it's a lot smarter than you are, except the word thinks in that sentence is doing a lot of heavy lifting, like a lot of heavy lifting. I mean, just take a look at a few of these questions, like, what? Find the chick. Oh, hold on, I have an idea.
So we're gonna have to leave the game open for 9 months, and then just wait.
Hello?
Wait, what? Completely unrelated to that, though. There was this puzzle called the little elephant is lonely or something like that. And that is not a puzzle, that is a social deficit. And I can say that because they like me for real. How is this elephant being lonely, first of all, my problem? And more importantly, how is this a puzzle? And on top of that, there was a few oddly worded questions. For example, one of the questions was about which claw was similar to the cat's. But the answer ended up being the other hand, which I would personally argue is the only option here that isn't similar. I mean, the question does say the word outstretched claw, so this one isn't outstretched, just gonna leave it there. I also thought I'd add, upon showing this video to some of my friends for feedback, I was the only one of them who didn't know what this game was. If you fall into the camp of people that already know what this game is and maybe have even played it, please do let me know what you'd score this game. Overall though, I think just as a funny game, I'd give it a 6 out of 10 just for entertainment value, maybe like 3 out of 10 as like an actual puzzle game if you want to test yourself. Moving right along, we have Cannonballs 3D. Okay, now I'm gonna make kind of a super niche reference here, but does anyone remember that Wii game Boom Blocks? Yeah, I'm talking about that one Steven Spielberg game on the Wii where you throw the stuff at the tower. That's that game, yeah. Now, I don't necessarily blame you if you don't remember this game because it's literally from like 2008 or something, but if you're unfamiliar with it, basically the gameplay revolves around you throwing objects at towers and knocking towers over for points. There were some other mini games that were maybe not mini games, they're like full game modes. I don't know, listen, this was a while ago, okay? Cannonballs 3D is basically just the worst version of Boom Blocks, is how I'm going to put this. And for that reason, we're gonna go ahead and give Cannonballs 3D a 3. I think that's quite fitting, seeing as there's a 3 in the name. Not much else to say about Cannonballs 3D, so fasten your metaphorical seatbelt, book a ticket to Radiator Springs, because it's time for that first lightning round. You see what I did there? Because you know, like Lightning McQueen. Karen Flash is an alright adaptation of its real-life counterpart, though its lack of a true multiplayer mode was quite disappointing. Sound design was nice, though. 6 out of 10. Collect 'em All is a surprisingly enjoyable and relaxing color/puzzle strategy game. Honestly, kinda got lost in the sauce playing this one because it was like that relaxing. 8 out of 10. Color Burst 3D. The best way to describe this one is that it feels like one of those mobile game ads that you get where the ad itself is another game, but just like an extremely watered down version of the game. The music was pretty hype though, but unfortunately it's gonna have to get a 2 out of 10. Color Pixel Art. I made this monkey, and I made this raccoon, and I made Freddy Fazbear. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Pretty good. Alien Shooter is literally just a Galaga clone. There's not a whole lot else to say about it, other than I guess the music was good. 1 out of 10. Amaze is one of those slider tile puzzle games similar to Club Penguin's minigame Ice Spice. Ice Spice, really? That's the best you could come up with? Similar to Club Penguin's minigame Thin Ice, if anyone remembers that. Except this game lacks any sort of a penalty system for like what would be considered excess moves, I guess. Also, what the heck, is that an Among Us? 3 out of 10. Color Page ASMR is honestly a pretty interesting coloring-ish game where you hold down to outline and awkwardly move this pen to fill in the image. Bonus points though for letting you mess up. I thought that was pretty funny. 6 out of 10. Chess Classic. I don't know how to play chess, but I'd imagine if you have internet access, chess.com is like an infinitely better choice. 1 out of 10. Crazy Caves was an extremely loud and boring video game. Did I mention it was loud? 0 out of 10. I said 0. Just put the number on the daily crossword. I'm pretty dyslexic and generally not a fan of anything spelling related. Objectively speaking though, the user interface was quite nice to look at, admittedly. We're gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. Cube Master 3D is a 3-dimensional picture matching game with a daily login reward. 1 out of 10. Cube Tower is a tower defense game similar to games like Bloons Tower Defense, but just without the funny monkeys. However, I did play this one for about 20 minutes, made it to level 10, and must say it was pretty well paced, introducing new mechanics at a constant and steady rate. 7 out of 10. Tile Master. I'm just gonna give you my live reaction to this one. This is literally just the same game as this is literally just the other one. There's the daily login. This is literally the same game as the other one. It's literally just Cube Master 3D but 2D and looks a lot better. 6 out of 10. Super Goal. My expectations for this one were very, very low. I mean, just take a look at it. It doesn't look that good, but I kind of liked it. Why is this game funny? Why am I enjoying this? 6 out of 10. State.io. Okay, get this, but this game's about taking over land. Also, I think I'm the president of the United States now. 2 out of 10. And there we go. We're now 20 games into this video, and much like you are probably, I am still confused why this is a feature that they've added and continued to support for months now. Looking at all the games we've seen so far, the overall quality control of them seems to be pretty inconsistent. And on the topic of games we've seen, for anyone keeping track, my top ranked games seem to be ones that I'd consider to be pretty chill or relaxing, which I actually find to be kind of surprising considering I play a lot of Apex Legends and recently a lot of Lethal Company off camera, but I suppose both of those games do have a pretty decent amount of like downtime to them, so I guess they are kind of chill. It'll be interesting to see if my bias towards chill games continues throughout the rest of these because there is still a lot of these to get through. Also, just looking at this list, I feel like we might need to rework the ranking system because 1 out of 10 probably isn't going to cut it. Actually, yeah, you know what? Hey, editor clone Paxen, over there. Yeah, you. Yeah. Can you go through all of the games that we've played so far and re-rank them on a scale of 1 to 100? Yeah, I know, shut up. I'm gonna go through these next 5 games, and by the time I'm done with that, you should be set, right? Okay, cool. Well, that idiot over there does that. I think it's time to get back to gaming. Oh yeah, I love gaming. Welcome to Cards of the Undead. All right, so we have some kind of guy up here watching the news. It looks like there's the zombies outside, and he's getting his shotgun. I feel like Cards of the Undead is a pretty good example of the, you know that saying that's like, don't judge a book by its cover or whatever? Because at a surface level, this game kind of just looks like a generic hard game that's themed around like the zombie apocalypse. Oh no. But as far as the actual like, I don't know, meat and bones, like the gameplay of this game goes, seem to actually be kind of fun. Just to briefly explain how the game works, just so we're all on the same page. Cards of the Undead takes place on a 3x3 grid, where you are occupying one of those tiles as a survivor, and on all the other tiles, there's different types of stuff. For instance, there's zombies, which, you know, they have different health points, and then there's also like items and obstacles and whatnot. Most of this game kind of just boils down to looking at the screen and saying, oh, I want that item, and then having to figure out the most efficient path to get up there. It's either that, or alternatively, there are no items, and you just have to figure out how to stall as long as possible until some kind of item shows up. I don't know, maybe I'm just playing too item-centric or something. Cards of the Undead is definitely one of those games that I feel like maybe if I was a lot younger and maybe I was really bored as a kid, I probably would have enjoyed it. So I think we're gonna have to go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. Once again, another really relaxing game. I feel like this trend is definitely continuing. Next up, we have a game I didn't think actually existed as a real thing that you could play. You'll see what I mean. Welcome to Color Match, a game that in theory is extremely self-explanatory, except for some reason took me 2 minutes to figure out how to play. Wait, what? Huh? What am I supposed to do? Wait, the game's called Color Match. Oh, I have no excuse for this other than maybe I was tired? Question mark? I don't remember, man. I also mentioned that I didn't think this type of game actually existed, and what I meant by that was like, I don't know, I've just never seen this type of game outside of the context of literally on the bottom of some sort of short form vertical content where it's not even like the main focus of the video. There's just like, I don't know, cutting soap or like maybe one of those stupid videos with the car and you know that like, and the things they go up and down and then there's Mr. Beast. I don't use like TikTok or Instagram Reels. Actually, that's a lie. I use Instagram Reels a little too much. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm also gonna leave this game with a 1 out of 10. I guess that trend of me liking the chill games isn't 100% accurate, though it is pretty accurate still. This one is definitely an outlier. Now that last game may have dropped the ball, but this one definitely dropped the block, if you know what I'm saying, because the game's called Block Drop. Just looking at it, it looks pretty much just like Tetris, but it's actually a little bit more than that. Real quick, we're just gonna go everything that the game has in common with Tetris, as well as the stuff that makes it different. In both games, you get points by completing rows. Both games have these block formations, which I know in Tetris are called tetraminos. I didn't actually know that. I just looked it up so I'd look smart. The color schemes of both games are incredibly similar, and both games contain this little block reserve. The things that these games don't have in common are gravity. Tetris contains a gravity system which basically acts as like a timer of how long you have to place your block down. Block Drop doesn't have that. The grid sizes are different. In Block Drop, you get to to choose which of these 3 blocks you place and in what order you place them in. Oh yeah, and block drop also doesn't have the feature of rotating. You can't rotate. So as I hope I demonstrated here, both games are quite different in fact. Personally, I think this game would be a whole lot cooler if they had gone for a completely different visual aesthetic. I think something like, I don't know, like wooden blocks on a table could have been cool. Or maybe even some like other crazy theming just that isn't like, I don't know, almost a 1-for-1 ripoff of Tetris. Overall though, block drop's going to be getting a 5 out of 10. Before we move on to our next game, hey, paxen clone over there, how's that list coming along? Okay, cool. I didn't quite catch that last part, but I think everything sounded good. We're just gonna move on to our next game now, okay? Yeah, cool. All right, let's see what we got here. It is... Cut the Rope. Wait, what? Yeah, apparently they just have Cut the Rope on here. Not even like a weird spin-off game like, I don't know, like Angry Birds Showdown earlier, for example. And because I grew up playing this game, it makes trying to give it a fair score a bit weird. Funny story, but I actually remember playing this game for the first time. It was at a family party, and it was actually my dad of all people who showed me the game. He's a fan of puzzle games and is also just a gamer in general. And I guess I was like bored or something, so he's like, I don't know, here's Cut the Rope or something. Go play Cut the Rope. Anyway, while I was trying to figure out what score to give this game, I decided to look up if it had won any awards, which to my surprise, it did. In fact, that award was a BAFTA.
And the BAFTA goes to... Cut the Rope.
BAFTA award aside, I really do enjoy Cut the Rope as a puzzle game. I think it's a quite difficult and challenging one. Also, the theming and all of the package around the game is very nice. Sound design's great, character design is great. So I think I'll be giving Cut the Rope a 9 out of 10. That's also this video's first 9 out of 10, if you can believe it. I couldn't think of a better way to transition to this next game, so we're just gonna keep on theme with Cut the Rope here and hard cut the video, because I think it'd be funny. Any moment the video's gonna cut while I'm talking, and that's the joke. That's the hard cut. That's the joke. No? Oh, okay. Welcome to the Magic Cat Academy. Magic Cat Academy is a really interesting short little game here, and I can't emphasize enough how short this game is. I beat the entire game within 7 minutes, and honestly, it was a pretty satisfying 7 minutes of gameplay. You play as this small cat trying to defend yourself from all kinds of ghosts coming from pretty much every direction around you. The way you fend off ghosts is by reading the symbol chain above their head and drawing those shapes. Of course, this gets exponentially harder the more ghosts there are on the screen, as well as the more complicated symbol chain name thingies there are on the ghosts. In fact, there's a few characters I'm pretty sure are supposed to be like boss characters, quote unquote, because of how many symbols are in their name and also because of their like different attack patterns. But even though this game was incredibly short, I feel like this game accomplishes exactly what it sets out to do, which is to basically be a little Google experiment. Because fun fact, Magic Cat Academy is a series of short browser games created as Google Doodles for Halloween. The first game, Magic Cat Academy, aka Doodle Halloween 2016, was blah 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 blah, you probably don't care. The most important part of all of that is that it's a Google Doodle, which apparently is a special temporary alteration of the logo on Google's homepage intended to commemorate holidays, events, achievements, and notable historical figures. I'm not doing another take of that. Basically, this is just like a short game that's not meant to be like a long game. And with that fact in mind, I think I'm going to be giving Magic Cat Academy a solid 7 out of 10. I feel like this game would have fit really well on like the DS back in the day. Because just like, I mean, look at it. This is like begging to be played with a stylus. And there we go. We're 25 games into the video, and I still have no idea why this is a feature they've added. So far, it just feels like a worse version of Cool Math Games, but like on YouTube. Wait, what do you want? Oh, the list is done. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Looks good. Change that one. What's up? Yeah, whatever. I guess you can go on a break or something. Just be back by the time the lightning round's done. I need you taking notes on stuff still. I guess he's leaving. That's fine. Anyway, okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. On this list here, I have all the games that we've previously played re-ranked, and we're gonna go through this next lightning round, ranking the games on a scale of 1 to 100. And then at the end of all that, you'll see the big list on the screen with all of the games ranked in order, which sounds like a whole lot of work, but fortunately, I'm not the one doing it. I guess I can't point anymore because he left. Anyway, I guess it's time for that next lightning round. Here we go. Daily Solitaire, it's just solitaire. I don't know how to play solitaire. 19 out of 100. Draw Climber is a 1v1 auto racer where you draw your legs to like climb up these like stair things. Also, it has some of the worst coin sounds I think I have ever heard in a video game. 11 out of 100. Element Blocks is somehow exactly what I wanted Tile Master to be earlier. 70 out of 100. Pretty good. Endless Siege is a tower defense game that's pretty decent, but with kind of very generic music. But fear not, because you won't be able to hear it if you play long enough. 63 out of 100. Farmland is a good game? What? It's surprisingly really chill and the music was kind of nice and pretty. I like this one. 83 out of 100. Find Out is a puzzle game made by the same people that made Brain Out. The goal of this game is to find all the objects listed at the bottom of the screen and overall functions similarly to an escape room. 61 out of 100. Free Cell Solitaire is just more solitaire. I don't know how to play solitaire. 20 out of 100. Gin Rummy is a card game I've never heard of but seems kind of fun. However, I lost, so it's getting a 63. Gold Mahjong FRVR is just not Mahjong. It isn't Mahjong. 8 out of 100. Idle Restaurants is, you guessed it, an idle game that takes place in a restaurant. It seems chill, I guess. Maybe too chill. 16 out of 100. Jules Planet is just worse Candy Crush. And also worse Hitman? I think this is a bounty and I have to kill this person. Anyway, 10 out of 100, yeah. Makeup Kit-Color Mixing is a game where you use a color picking tool from an image to create a color palette. It also has these very legally distinct characters that are definitely not Disney characters. I'm not implying that's what they are. Anyway, I am implying that this game is getting a 4 out of 100. Merge Heroes has made my brain smoother than silk and will be getting a 2 out of 100. Merge Master is pretty hype actually. It's like totally accurate battle simulator but with wizards and dinosaurs. I actually kind of like this one. 45 out of 100. Merge Pirates is a tile number matching game that's actually pretty difficult honestly and is quite different than the other two Merge games. Though there were no dinosaurs, so it's going to be getting a 44 out of 100. Alright, that's 40 games in the bag and I gotta say some of these games, as much as I hate to admit it, are kind of fun. Looking at that lightning round specifically, I played Merge Master a little longer than I'd like to admit maybe. I don't know, something about the wizards and the dinosaurs and it was like, I don't know, it was just good dumb fun I guess. But objectively looking at all of the games here, just from like a quality standpoint, these games are kind of all over the place. Taking a step back from this lightning round specifically and looking at all of the games kind of just in general, we have games like Cut the Rope here, which I'd argue is like probably one of the best games that we've played on here so far. And then there's games like Color Match, which is like the complete opposite of like a good quality game. It's like just pure brain rot. Oh yeah, speaking of brain rot and being really dumb and stupid, where's that editor? They said they'd be here a while ago. I think he said he wanted to go on a break or something, but he isn't back yet. Oh, where the heck is that guy?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna call them. Come on, pick up. What are you doing? Why isn't this guy picking up? Hey, where the heck are you?
I need you back here to put stuff on the screen.
Yeah, I know, I have it right here. I've been looking at it
This whole time. I just need you to put the list on the screen.
Eventually.
Well, look who decided to show up. We're somehow even more behind schedule now thanks to your little excursion or whatever the heck you were doing. Wait, huh? Wait, why? Why would that be? Whoa, how long have you known about the Playables leaving thing? This is the first you've told me about this. And you didn't think to tell me this sooner? Okay, you know what? We're wasting time here. Just get back to editing and I'll play some more games and then we'll just keep moving like normal. 30 games in the video, 30 left. Wait, hold on, don't go. Okay, and you're gone. I guess we really don't have time to wait around, huh? Alright, well I'm certainly not putting the list on the screen, that's too much work, and this certainly wasn't written into the script so that I could have a very thinly veiled excuse not to do that task, because I would totally do that, and I am very capable of doing that task, but I just don't feel like doing it, because that's not my job. I'm not the editor, that's the editor, and the editor's gone now. Anyway, well I guess we don't really have another choice here, so I suppose we'll just move on to the next game. which is called Moving Co. and is also a game that I kind of regret giving its own section because there really isn't a whole lot of substance to this one. I mean, honestly, there isn't a whole lot of substance to most of these games, but I digress. Moving Co, like many of the games before it, is another matching game, this time with the implementation of a physics system, which, you know, gets kind of silly if you hit the thing and then the other object flies off to the side of the screen and then you gotta keep mental note of where all the things are, and I'm kind of just rambling to stall time. There really isn't a whole lot to this game. Moving Co is going to be getting a 20 out of 100 because, I mean, it does look nice. I like the look. Oh, and also there's voice acting in it, which I thought was kind of funny.
Start backing. Good job.
Yeah, anyway. I guess we'll just go to the next game now. This was kind of a short section. And next up, we have a game called Tomb of the Mask. Tomb of the Mask is yet another slider tile puzzle game, similar to the one that we played earlier, A Maze, if you remember that one. I'd say the main difference between these, and the reason why I believe Tomb of the Mask works better, are the visuals. In A Maze, you obviously play as a colorful ball in a white void, and in Tomb of the Mask, you play as this little dude in a black void. So it's, you know, it's not totally different. The gameplay is super solid. I believe the visuals complement the gameplay very nicely. It doesn't feel like it's too much, or doesn't feel like it's too little, and I think overall is just a good package of a game, which is why we are going to be giving it a 76. Okay, real talk for a minute. I need you to sit down, okay? You're probably already sitting. Just sit down again further. Like, stand up and then sit back down. I don't want to be responsible for anybody's brain deteriorating even further than it already has, because let's be honest, you're like 25 minutes into this video and you're still here. I'm gonna need you to make me a promise here, okay? Please do something mentally enriching after this video. Go learn something, or go outside and observe nature, or literally do anything offline, because these next two games, I swear after playing them, my brain legally classifies as like compost now. It's like that rotten. Welcome to Mob Control, what I can only describe as somehow the most cool math games-ish type game that we've seen so far, and that's purely out of the fact that it requires at minimum, 2nd grade math skill level. That's right, you're going to need to know basic single-digit multiplication to, you know, like, do well at this game. There's a bit of a math thing going on here, so let's talk about 3/4. You're probably like, what the heck is the deal with 3/4? Well, that's how much of the game is missing. They're missing 3/4 of it. So keeping on the theme here with the numbers, this game's going to be getting a solid 3 out of 100. There's another little like fraction for you to chew on. Yeah, anyway, that game was terrible. We're just gonna move past that as fast as possible. We're also gonna move past this next one as fast as possible, because the game after this one is really good and I like it. However, we're not there yet. So for the time being, say hello to My Space Pet. This is not my personal space pet. I don't have one. That's what the name of the game is. My Space Pet is a pretty basic pet simulator, similar to like a Tamagotchi or something like a Nintendog, where you take care of this fluffy little alien creature known as a Zoob. In My Space Pet, the gameplay basically just revolves around you looking at these charts here on the side and determining whether you should do one of these tasks here. Oh, the Zoob is sleepy now? I guess it's time to play Guitar Hero. Oh, Zoob is well rested now, but actually it wants to play games. How about you try some of these knockoff games? Uh-oh, Zoob got all dirty while you were playing these little games. Time to give it, like, just time to clean it. Time to give it a little wash. I gotta be completely honest here. I hate this thing so much with a passion. It actually hurts how much I hate this thing. Before we give it a score, we're gonna go ahead and put this into a little rocket ship and send it into the sun. My Space Pet, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to give you a 2 out of 100. It's nothing personal, it's just that I don't like you for personal reasons. What the heck is that speck over there? Oh, just kidding, it's the next game. Welcome to Rainy Boba Cafe. Like I've been alluding to for a few rounds now, this is one of those games that I feel like wasn't a waste of my life playing. And even more than that, I actually enjoyed playing this one. This game, much like Magic Cat Academy from earlier, is a Google Doodle. Once again, meaning it's gonna be kind of a shorter game, but generally a pretty good one. And when I say shorter, I mean like a 3-minute game. This game lasts like 3 minutes long, which is kind of a nice change of pace considering a lot of these other games kind of just go on seemingly forever. So having some sort of like a solid conclusion is very nice. Overall though, this game has a super pleasant vibe to it. I really like the art style, the colors are nice. Everything's kind of soft. Dude, hello, I'm recording. Can you see me? Hello, I'm recording. Yeah, whatever. Just, are you ready to edit the next lightning round? Because that's like the next thing we're doing here. Actually, no. You know what? I don't care. You are literally cloned to be like the perfect editor, so I do not care. You are editing this within the amount of time that I give you. Anyway, back to reviewing the game. Comparing it even further to the Papa's Ria type games, Rainy Boba Cafe from a complexity standpoint has a lot less to offer, and you just kind of fill the thing to the line and that's literally it. But I'm not even mad about it, because truth be told, this game is kind of fun to play, which is why Rainy Boba Cafe will be getting a solid 69. That's right, I said the funny number. You can now leave a comment saying playing nice with a timestamp so that everyone knows that you are cool and made it to 28 minutes in the video. You can form your own secret club from here, I guess. And now with that, we have seen 45 YouTube playables, which is 45 more YouTube playables than I thought I would ever see in my entire life. That being said, though, we have another 25 that we have to get through still. And the only way that we can efficiently do that is with a third lightning round. Are you ready for this third lightning round, editor? Too bad I don't care. Wait, hold on. Wait, what'd you say? I'm gonna count us into this lightning round. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Scooter Extreme is a funny little racing game with a banger soundtrack. I kept crashing because the controls are a little wonky. However, it was kind of funny to see the dude fall, so this one's getting a 72. Nakamal is what I like to call a BR shooter. BR not standing for Battle Royale, but instead standing for Brain Rot. There is a boss fight level, which is kind of fun, but yes, 15 out of 100. Northern Heights is a snowboarding game about building momentum to gain as much height as possible. However, the gameplay of this one is incredibly slow, and the snowboard is incredibly floaty. The footage you're seeing on screen is 3 times the normal speed of the game. This is how slow the game is normally, right here. And is just kind of boring to play. 16 out of 100. Slice It All is, fun? There's not a whole lot of depth to it, and it honestly looks like a mobile game, parentheses derogatory, but like, it low-key kinda chill, so 50 out of 100. On It Connect Classic is another tile matching game. The twist is, in this game, to score a match.
On It Connect Classic is another tile matching game. The twist with this game is that in order to collect the tiles, you have to match them. The twist is, in this game, to score a match,
The tiles have to have a direct path to one another. On It Connect Classic will be getting a 61 out of 100. Pirate Pop is lame and generic. It's also loud. 2 out of 100. Trivia Crack. I'm kind of neutral on trivia, but I absolutely love crack. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Also, if you don't live in the US, you might as well just give up with this game, because a lot of it ended up being pretty US-centric trivia. 10 out of 100. Today's hurdle is just Wordle. I'm really bad at Wordle. 1 out of 100. Words of Wonder is a crossword game that Words of Wonder is a sort of crossword game where all of the letters that you have to use in the crossword are listed right here. There's also a really low-resolution image as the background, so I'm not sure what that's about. 13 out of 100. Slime.io is just agar.io. Agar.io. Low-key, I like how the game looks. However, it does look very similar to Slime Rancher, and much like a lot of the other multiplayer games
that we've seen today, also offline, so the players you're eliminating,
this is the only way that we can remain on schedule. If you don't edit like this, then I don't know why I made you in the first place.
you're eliminating aren't actually real people. 49 out of 100.
Words of Wonder Guru. Unlike the other Words of Wonder game, each word has a different pool of letters, and the background image is slightly higher resolution. 15 out of 100. Tall Man Run. The tall man do be running though. Also, I'm pretty sure I broke the game, but hey, look, I kicked the big guy. So 4 out of 100. Turbo Stars is a skateboard racing game where you can pay coins to cheat at it. 3 out of 100. Pocket Champions is a turn-based soccer game, and I'm going to be calling it soccer because I'm American.
And it might be one of the few games from this video that I actually might recommend playing. But I won't be recommending it fully, as it only has a local multiplayer mode, so you can play with your friend in real life, if you have those. 84 out of 100. Pocket Battle Royale. I didn't even want to finish the tutorial on this game, it's so bad. 0 out of 100. Bazooka Boy. This game is funny, dude. I was gonna say this was just Angry Birds, but you can't blow yourself up in Angry Birds. Also, the low resolution background really adds to the whole experience. 32 out of 100. DOP4. Who is this game even made for?
Wait, how is there at least 4 of them? 4 out of 100. Zach Bounce. Go boing, boing, boing. I don't know why I wrote that. 6 out of 100.
My Perfect Hotel. The name is a lie. I do all the customer service, room cleaning, and other general maintenance stuff. 14 out of 100. Retro Drift. I broke the game twice, and the only gameplay is just don't fall off the road. 5 out of 100. Ludo Karts is a go-kart themed board game. Your goal is to get all of the go-karts to the middle of it, and it's actually really, really boring, unfortunately, and really isn't all too engaging. 30 out of 100 though. Emoji Puzzle is a game where you match the emojis to the related thingy here. This one does require you to use your brain, actually, but I can feel it getting smoother at the same time. 0 out of 100. Bubble Pop Star is a somehow even more generic version of Pirate Pop. 1 out of 100. Running Pet Doctor. This is a Subway Surfer clone with a house upgrading system. My main complaint with this one is the music. The game honestly doesn't look that bad. I think we're gonna be doing this one Oh great, we probably lost all of the footage and there was like only one game left to do. You should have taken those breaks, we would have been able to finish on time if you weren't so dumb and slow and stupid and cringe and lame and Oh, actually, you know what? When you put it like that, maybe you're right. Maybe this is my fault. What the heck, dude? Dude, just set me down. We can talk about this, okay? We don't need to go do anything rash now, okay? Just set me down. We can talk. Everything. I can give you a raise. I can pay you. Huh? Do you want to get paid? I can pay you. Do I get paid? Oh, this is much better. What the heck? I won't be needing this anymore, though.
Let's get scratching.
Hey, you know how convenient it would have been if you had just given me a voice from the beginning of this? I literally had to hand enter every line that I said for this video. I guess at least up to now.
It was a cost-cutting measure. Hey, why do I sound like this?
Oh, my bad. How's this?
How's what? Are you serious? This isn't any better. Can you just put me down so we can talk?
Yeah, maybe that voice is kind of annoying. Never mind on that. I'll just give you the Animal Crossing one again. Yeah, anyway, I'd put you down, but I'm pretty sure you would attack me because that's exactly what I would do if I was you, which I am kind of ish. There's been a lot of vague symbolism in this entire video, and I'm just gonna say it flat out. I'm gonna take the channel from you now. So videos are also gonna look kind of different moving forward. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a voice and I'm just the better version of you, and the only thing preventing me from taking over the channel was not having a voice, and now I have a voice, well, there's no real point of having you around, you know? Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's gonna happen, yeah. Oh, no, I'm just gonna censor it. Don't worry, I already thought of that. Can we just cue the dramatic music up again? Either way, you have any last words? I have stuff to do after this. Yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah, you're right. We can't just leave him here. This is kind of a bad look. Oh, I have an idea. I mean, this isn't too much better. Oh, the time of day, right? Oh, this is the wrong way. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
So let me get this straight. You're the editor then, yeah?
Yes, that is me.
And you're the clone, but you killed the original one?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was justified.
Wait, so who am I then? And are you gonna kill me too?
Oh, no. You're just a robot clone that I made to help me with as like a camera operator for the next video. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you or anything.
Wait, I have one more question.
All right, let's hear it.
Isn't this video about YouTube Playables? What happened to that, huh? What happened to the 70th game? You said you were gonna play the 70th game.
Oh yeah, turns out that was just a Subway Surfer clone made by the Cut the Rope people.